Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Full time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, at a stadium that we never ever win. Did we win? No, it's another defeat. We've been in the Premier League for 10 years. We've played Tottenham away 9 or 10 times and we have not won once out of them times in the Premier League. Against this poor Tottenham side, a Tottenham side who conceded 6 at Newcastle, a Tottenham side who come back to draw 3-3 only to lose it against Liverpool to bottle it. 2-0 down against Manchester United at half-time in a couple of weeks ago. This was our chance to win a game against a Big Six side. And I know a lot of Palace fans will be really intrigued to look this up, but I'm convinced that I'm right. This is the first season since we've been in the Premier League that we have not beaten a Big Six club this season. Obviously, Arsenal, both times we lost. Man City, both times we lost. Liverpool, both times we drew. Tottenham, both times we lost. Manchester United lost away, drawn at home. And against Chelsea, the team that are now above us, I can't believe that as well. We lost both times to them as well. And given how poor they've been, do you know what I mean? And I get that the season's basically over. Mathematically, we can still go down, but come on. Like, it would be virtually impossible for us to get relegated. Like, all it takes, I think, is for Fulham to beat Leicester and we're safe. I think that's literally it, like, mathematically, but I think we're safe anyway. We're 5 points behind the top half, but if Fulham were to beat Leicester, they would be 8 points clear of us. And we can only get 9 points now from here to the end of the season. It's another season where we're going to finish in the 40s. We've always finished in the 40s. It was a tough task against Tottenham. Too many individual errors. Should have learnt our lessons. And how I'm going to explain this is the goal from Harry Kane. Of course it was going to be him. He always scores against Palace. I know he's scored loads of goals against loads of teams, but he commonly scores against Crystal Palace, especially at their place. Do you know what I mean? And the goal was so poor. You know, the pass from Kane to Pedro Porro was so unintentional. Where was Mitchell at? Where was Mitchell at? He's made quite a few individual mistakes this season, but people won't call it out because when he's made an individual error, we've gone on to win the game, so he's not called out for it. This one, yes. And then the cross comes in. Ward has absolutely no idea that Kane's behind him. Does a pathetic challenge for the ball and Kane nods it in for 1-0. Exactly the same as Tottenham's opening goal at Selhurst Park back in January when we lost 4-0 to them. Because we switched off. We should have learned our lessons. I know it's a different manager, but against Tottenham, no matter how bad they are, they still have good players in their squad that can capitalise on silly errors like that. And we got punished. And what did we threaten? Nothing. I think we had one shot on target in the first half, which was Elise, and Forster didn't have to do anything really to save it. It's just a common like little catch, you know what I mean? And then apparently I'd gone to work by then, but Anderson nodded one and Ayew was going to get on the end of it, but it was cleared by the goal scorer, Harry Kane. Tottenham should have doubled the lead. They had a chance from Son, tried to go around Johnston. It was a brilliant save by Johnston again. Another game where I think he's been quite impressive, like commanding. We almost conceded again from a set piece as well in the first half. Christian Romero's header crashed off the crossbar before Kane's opening goal. And we need to sort that out. Positives though, right? There are a couple of positives. Roy's records, right? 7 games, 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats. Out of possible 21 points, that is, what's that? 13 points? Yeah, 13 points out of possible 21. That's over half. That will do me very nicely. Do you know what I mean? And our last 3 games are against the teams that were promoted last season. We're at home to Bournemouth, away against Fulham, then at home to Nottingham Forest on the final day of the season. I am still confident that we'll finish above Chelsea. Top half, I don't know. The reason why I'm confident we're going to finish above Chelsea, yes, Chelsea are at home to Nottingham Forest next week, and Forest's away record is just terrible. But after that, they've got to go to Old Trafford, the Etihad, and then they're at home to Newcastle. I guarantee you now, they're not getting anything out of them last 3 games. Our last 3 games are against teams that were promoted last season. Yes, Bournemouth have improved. Fulham have had a smashing season. And Nottingham Forest, it could be a big relegation fight by the time we play them. They could still be down there by then. We have to get points to try and get above Chelsea. Because if Fulham beat Leicester, we need to get 9 points. We need to win all of our last 3 games and rely on Fulham to lose all of their games to get top half. Which I think is going to be quite an impossible job to try and get to that top half. I think top half is done now. I just think we've got to try and restore pride, finish above Chelsea, and that'll be my season complete. That'll be absolutely brilliant. Do you know what I mean? It's just that, you know, I get we're on the beach a little bit. 40 points, got the win against West Ham that we thoroughly needed. But it's like the Wolves game. Silly errors are going to cost you. And that's what happened today. The goal from Harry Kane was one of the most simplest of headers he's going to have as a Tottenham striker. You know, we made it quite easy for them to beat us in the end. Tempers got raised, Wilfried Zaha and Fraser Forster as well. Do you know what I mean? But again, it was a game that lacked a lot of quality. Do you know what I mean? And our record away against Spurs, I don't understand why we can't beat Spurs away from home. Bournemouth done it. Aston Villa done it. Other teams have probably done it, but I can't think of them. It's just, I don't understand, like, why we make it such a struggle. Plus, we had quite a lot of possession today. So I don't understand why we didn't capitalise. Do you know what I mean? Like, my man of the match for Palace was probably, I thought Sheikh Doucouré done well in the midfield. That's about it. Full time 1-0. I'm disappointed. We're behind Chelsea. Disappointed. So, end of the video. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, for 1,300 subscribers. Utterly brilliant. Thank you so much. Next video is the review against Bournemouth next Saturday. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you then.